Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 Dreamcast review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Rush Rally Racing, which, if you've never played it before, it's a top-down racing game. It's very similar to a Micro Machining style game. Graphically it looks a lot like Motor Roader, which I absolutely detested on the TurboGrafx, which is why I'm very thankful that that's where the similarities end. The fact that it just looks similar. It's absolutely nothing like it, and I think it's a fantastic title. It's also, if memory serves, available on WiiWare. So if you've got a Wii and you fancy supporting an indie dev, take a look. Anyway, at the start, you've got player, records, options, goals, and theatre. Player's obvious, records are obvious, goals, they're basically like a kind of trophy system. Theatre, they're where you view the various movies that you've unlocked. Options, you can go into your controls, you can fully customize your controls, which is pretty cool, and you can do it for all 4 players. You can go into the game, you can choose way too easy, kinda normal, ouch that's hard, are you insane? And to be honest, even on way too easy the game's pretty difficult. It's got a high difficulty learning curve, which is quite good, but it does mean that it's not something you can jump straight into with friends. You'll need a little bit of practice with each other and a bit of patience. Screen, you can choose your HUD margin and things like that. Sound, and you can obviously clear your records, but that's about it. Player wise, you've got Grand Prix, you've got Versus, you've got Item Mode, and you've got Get Ahead. I'll pretty much be sticking to Item Mode because I've got someone with us and it's probably the best one to show off gameplay and everything that there is. Because Grand Prix is just your usual. The whole point is you come first, you go on to the next race. Obviously you're always going to be trying to go first, and it's one of the things that the game mentions is it's got some unlockables, but so far the only one I can find involves actually coming first. If you come first in all of the 10 Grand Prix races, you get an 11th one. There's then 9 race tracks for the multiplayer on top of that, so there's 20 that I know of. As I see here, it does say various unlockables, but I've barely been able to find anything. And you've then got your Versus modes, which is Versus is standard racing. Item mode is where you can, as you can see, collect items and you can do different things. I've got a gun at the moment which slows me further down. You can get ones that actually hurt you and turn your car around 180 degrees. You can get turbos, you can get oil slicks. You've then got one ahead mode, which is very similar to Micro Machines. The whole point is you have to drive and you have to get so far ahead that all of the other cars get off the screen, and once they get off the screen you then get a point, and the first to 5 points, or tokens I think they call them on this, then you win the race overall. So that's what I mean by that one's very similar to Micro Machines. The only difference is on Micro Machines it's like 8 points. The gameplay, the handling of the cars actually works well. They're not too skiddy, they're not too grippy, they're a right balance so you can drift around corners. The camera is a little restrictive, although I have heard people say it's better on WiiWare, so if you're getting it for WiiWare then you'll have to let us know, because obviously I don't have it. But it's just one of those. It just means that you have to learn the tracks, because sometimes if you're going stupidly fast on a track that you don't know, you won't see a hard turn coming, but once you learn that the hard turn's coming, then you won't really have a problem, especially because on Grand Prix it does come up little symbols to tell you what type of turn's coming up. Graphically, as I say, the game's very similar to a Motor Roader, but that's good because I actually thought that looked like a good, nice 2D racing game. It's why I bought it. It's just the gameplay that let it down, whereas the gameplay on this is where it shines, really. Musically, it sounds great, so I'm going to shut up and let you have a little bit of a listen. Well, that was a little bit of the music. I'm running out of things to say. I haven't got around to mentioning it is a 4-player game, so there you go, 4 players. However, Get Ahead is only 2 players. It's also got a high score leaderboard system, but it's because obviously it's a dead console. It's you type down a password, you go to their website, you enter the password. I think they're still doing it, at least I hope they are, because it's a cool idea. And I can go into the one player menu here to show you that each of the cars does have different top speed, handling, acceleration. You just have to choose which one you prefer, you know, like play them a bit. But personally, I prefer this one because it reminds me of that popular cinema snack. So, as I'm out of things to say, I'll just end you with some of the excellent FMV footage. So there we go then, that's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212. Signing off.